We have most of the resources that we need right now. It's not that we need to go out and find $10 million to do particular things. These problems are large. The problems that we are facing are large. They're complicated, they're complex. But that's not the same thing as saying that they are insurmountable, because they're not. There are places all over the country that have made huge steps towards entering the future. They've tried things that have worked, and they'll work, and those things can work here. We don't have to reinvent the wheel to make all this happen. Yes, these problems are big, and it's going to take a long time and a lot of work to make the changes that we have to make. But it is possible, and that's one thing we have to get past. Is the first thing that comes to people's minds when you start talking about these issues that are so big is it's too much. We can't do that sort of thing here. Well, I tell you we can, because other people have done it. And if they can do it, we can do it, because we've got advantages most of them don't have. And that's part of the story that I'm going to tell as well, is the advantages that we have here. Our problems are big, and the solutions are not going to be easy. They're not one size fits all, and it's not something that you can say, okay, if we take this little piece of something, I know we can do that, so let's do that. And then take another little piece, because it's not going to work. All of our issues are interconnected. And if you take a little piece of one issue and you work on that, all the other issues are still going. And then you start working on another little piece, and the piece that you just worked on, because it's influenced by all the other stuff, goes back to where it was. So these issues are things that we have to tackle head on, and we have to tackle them as they are. But like I said, they can be done. Just because the solutions are difficult does not mean that the solutions are impossible. The one thing that is required is that we work together. Because until we, and by we I mean all of us, not just the leaders, not just the community leaders, not just the business leaders, I mean the people that live in the houses, in the apartments, people from all walks of life, black people, white people, Hispanic people, old people, young people, everybody. If we can agree that we want a better future, that we want our little piece of rural America to be healthy and to be prosperous, if we can agree on that, and then we agree that we will work together to get there, we will get there. It'll take time, it'll take a great deal of work, and it'll take a lot of support for each other to get there. But get there we will, because get there we have to. Because if we don't, if we just go with the way we've always done it, what we're going to get is what we've always had, and that is decline. Our population is decreasing. It's been decreasing for decades. Our population is getting older because our young people tend to move away and they don't come back. It's getting sicker because we have some horrifically bad health choices that we tend to make in rural America. It's not just here. And we're poorer. And part of poorer is because our workforce is older and sicker and smaller. And we don't have the productivity to build a more vibrant economy. But we can fix that too, and we can fix that with what we have here, at least in the beginning stages. So none of this is overwhelming. We've got some fantastic public resources. We've got organizations in this town and in this county and in this region that are absolutely stellar at what they do. And organizations like that and people like those, and the reason we love being part of rural America is why we can do this. I hope you'll listen to the rest of the story. I'm not going to get caught up in production values. I tried that, and Steven Spielberg, I am not. So I'm just going to stand in front of this camera and tell the story. And I hope you listen, and I hope maybe you'll take some of it to heart and join us, because it's going to be us that makes a difference. I can't do it. Nobody here can do it. I can't walk into a church and tell them what their community problems are and what the solutions are, because I don't know. I don't live there. We have to sit down. We have to figure out what our issues are. And my issues are not your issues. But your issues matter just as much as mine, particularly to you. So together, we can move forward.